Hi, Ravi. Hi, Bob. Good evening. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, can you discuss about our class timings? What time you exactly? Because every day we are rescheduling our class timings. We can confirm on one timing. It's 8:30 CST or 8 CST or no? Mm-hmm. 9 p.m. CST. Okay. And Elizabeth for you? Yeah. It can be an hour or more than 1 hour. Okay, we'll decide 9 p.m. CST then. Hey, in our previous class, we discussed about how to create a user ID, and these key codes SU01 to create the user IDs, SU02 to edit the security profiles, and this SU02 is not being used because to edit the security profiles we will be using PFCG. SU03 is to see the object class, object list, profile field values. SU05 to create the internet user, that is the ITS users. SU10 to create mass users. I mean, more than one user at a time we can create. SU12 is to make changes to the mass users. Making changes to more than one user is SU12. SU10 to create the user, more than one user account. And PFCG is to create the security role and security profiles. So SAP is a object-based security. So in SAP, security object classes are there, and each object class has authorization objects, and each authorization object has profiles, a group of profiles, and each profile will have the field values. So field values means the access rights. Profiles means the type of access. And object means that object contains a group of profiles. And each authorization object is part of the security object class. I'll show you the difference between these two. Let me show you. SU03, I'm going with SU03. If I'm taking a basis class, so you can see BC underscore A is a basis class, object class. BC underscore C is a basis object class. BC underscore V. So all basis, the administrative authorizations are exist in BC underscore A underscore C underscore V. So in basis administration, let me check object class BC underscore A. So you can see these are all the objects. These are all security objects. And if I take S underscore user pro, a very frequently used object. Okay, let me take S underscore user pro, this user master maintenance authorization profile it is. So in that object, you can find these are all profiles, security profiles. You can see, I created few profiles in our previous session. I mean, for previous batch students. So this is my profile. Inside the profile, you can find the activity. These are field values. So each field value will have some information: read, write, modify, delete. So these are all values set to these field values. I'm just trying to show you the field values. What's taking time? Think about. Of course, you can sign on any time. No, I guess you have already you have this IP address, am I right? Let me take this IP address. It's 202.65.136.100. So in your SAP client, in the application server, you can mention this IP address 202.65.136.100, and the system number is 00 and the system ID is ERP. And you can connect and you can log in anytime. Yeah, you can connect to any client. You can just log into the system. Which client? Yeah, you can use my user ID and client. Or else you can create your own user ID and with full authorization. You can log in with my ID, Vijay, VIJAY, and the password is inflex. Yes. So can you see the field values here? So 1 stands for create or generate, 2 for change, 3 for display, 6 for delete, 7 for activate and generate, 8 for display change documents, 22 for enter, include, assign. So these are all field values. These are the activity in the authorization object. So how how do I create a profile and how do I create a role? So for users, we create the role, and in that role we'll store the profile. So these roles are customized roles. So let me create a few user IDs. Hmm? Hmm? Did you use the same IP address? No, application server. So which IP address you are using? No, check the configuration. Select the document description and click on change. Yeah, system. I mean to say, with which SAP system you are trying to connect. I guess you are connecting to BI or any other system. No, can you change to this IP address 202.65.136.100? Yeah, here in the application server. No, select the description and click on change. Yeah, can you see my screen? Select your description. No, select the description. Can you see my screen? Select your description, the SAP server description, and then click on change item. No, what is the client number? SAP logon 710 is my number. What is your number? No. No, I'm asking if you double click on SAP GUI client, the logon pad from your desktop, you will get this screen, SAP logon. Can you see my screen? So I opened SAP logon pad. So in the description column, did you find any names? Select that. Click on change item. Okay, yeah, edit. Did you get any screen like this? Description, application server. Hey, Bob, can you change the applications in the application field? Can you write this IP address? 20. And the system number should be 00. Yes. And say okay. Yeah, okay, and try to connect to the server. Yeah. No, instead of 800, you put 000. I can use the user ID Vijay, VIJY. Password is in flux. And try to sign on. Did you get any errors? Language not required. Yeah. What message you get? Ah, yeah, okay. Click okay. Did you log into the SAP window? Yeah, just middle radio button. Click on select the middle radio button. The middle one. Second one. Yeah. Yes. Because I already logged in, that's why. Okay. Hey, Ravi, you have any issue signing to this system? Yes, I guess you have not installed the client and even Elizabeth also. And see, this logon pad will remain same in Macintosh. You'll get the same. Hey, can you select the description? And do you find any change or change item? Do you find any new item or new settings? Yeah, click on new. Okay. So what is there on your, yeah, after. Okay, write it down description, something, SAP or ECC system. Okay, what is the next connection type? So is there any options are there? Uh-huh. No, system number should be 00. System ID, yeah. Oh. No, above the router. Let me try to connect your desktop. Hey, I'm sending the control to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, can you share your desktop? Yes. You'll find shared your desktop. Did you click that? Can't see your desktop. Elizabeth, can you go to your meeting manager and select Elizabeth and right click the participants list. Select Elizabeth, right click. Select in the right click first option. Okay, can you see my desktop now? So when you click on new, you'll get a description, and below that description you'll get connection type. And after that, I'm not sure why you get that option. It should ask for system number, system ID. Okay. I'll ask one of the support guys to guide you to configure that option, those application settings. Okay. So I'm creating two user accounts. Z user 1. I'm not using any authorizations to these users. I'm just creating a user account, Z user 1 and Z user 2. I'm just copying from Z user 1 to Z user 2 all the settings. Yeah, I already shared my desktop. I'm logging into the server with Z user 1 user ID. 1, 2, 3 the password. So did you see I logged in with a new user account? You can see Z user 1. So from this user, if I'm trying to use any key code, I'll get a message that you are not authorized to use the transaction. So I'm not able to access any transaction code from the application window after I log in, because this user is not authorized to use any of the any key codes. So how do I give access to certain key codes to this user? So that I'll create a role and I'll create a profile and I'll give that profile to this user account. So here I log in with my user ID because I'm an administrator. I can do that. So go to PFCG. Okay, if you are just stop me if you are not understanding it. PFCG, role maintenance, profile generator. PFCG is a profile generator. Role Z underscore first role. I'm giving a role name as Z underscore first role. Click on role. This is to create a standard role and the other one is to create a composite role. I'll show you the difference between standard and composite role. So let me first create a standard role. So my role name is Z underscore first role. You can see in this, while creating this role, it is asking for menu, authorizations and user. Click on menu. So you must save the role first. Okay, save now. So in the menu, you can find transactions. You can find transaction. Click on transaction to add the transactions. You can see the transaction button. Click on that. So I'm adding transaction SU01, SU10, SU53, SM50, SM51. So I want to give access to these 5 authorizations, these 5 transaction codes. Assign transactions. So I'm assigning 5 transactions in this role. You can see the first one is user maintenance, user mass maintenance, evaluate authorization check, workflow, work process overflow, overview, list of SAP systems. So I added 5 transaction codes in the menu list. Click on authorizations. In the authorizations, click on change authorization data. Head. Oh, is it? Okay. Hey, did you get the recording? Ravi, did you receive any link from the support team? Okay. Yeah. Because the other day I forwarded the mail to support team to send you the link. Did you see my screen? Change role authorization. So this screen I get when I click on change authorization data. Elizabeth, did you see my screen? So what is there in the screen? Did you find change role authorizations? Okay. So I'm not changing any authorization data here. So you can change the authorization data, but later I will change. Click on generate. I'm generating the profile. These are default authorizations. Click on generate button and then click on generate. So it is asking the profile name. You can see P-profile name. Um, 100 demo. I'll give P-100 demo. This is my profile name. Profile is created. Profile is created. Click on save. So generating a profile will take some time. See, if I click on go back window, profile status you can see not generated. Click on generate again. Generate. in the authorizations field, you will generate the profile. You can see the profile name T-100 demo. My role name is Z underscore first role. I click on users. So I want to give this access to Z user 1, Z user 2. Compare, click on user comparison. Click on complete comparison. It will compare and it will set these settings to the user in the user ACL, access control list. Now, user access control list is updated with the current profile settings. Click on save. I just want to show you this, and later on we'll come again to this role and we'll see the settings again. I'm logging into the 000 Z user 1 inflex. Hey, your display screen has been changed. You can see user maintenance, user mass maintenance. So user get only the 5 authorizations and access to 5 T codes. So if I see TFCG from this window, I may not get authorization to access that screen because TFCG is not being given to this user. I gave SU01, SU10, SU53, SU50, SU51. I'm sorry, SM51. Access to SM51 is given. SM01, SM01, SM01 is not given. SM50 is been given. So these two are our SU53. It is given. SU10, it is given. SU01, it is given. So apart from this, if I try SU02, I should not have access to SU02. You can see. Let me try with SU03. So did you understood? I gave access to only 5 T codes. Apart from this 5, the user cannot access any other T code. So this is my admin window. Go to SU01, select Z user 1, click on change. So can you see the role now? You can see the user is a part of Z underscore first role. And can you see the profile? User is a part of T-100 demo profile. User gets the security authorizations from this profile and the roles. I created a profile, Z underscore first role, and inside that profile I created a role, Z underscore first role, and inside that I created a profile. TFCG. So this is my role that I have created. Click on change. So I gave in the menu, I gave the list of T codes that I want users to access. And in the authorizations, I created the profile. Profile contains all the authorizations. And user, I give access, I want to give the menu authorizations and menu list access to these 2 user accounts. So that's why you can see the user 1 got access to these 5 T codes. This 5. I'm sorry? Yeah. You can get the recordings. You'll find my the video screen and my voice in the recording. Yeah. Documentation in detail you can find in the material that I forwarded you. And moreover, if you find the recording, that will help you, because in the recording you will find my screen and my voice. It's audio and video. So I'm going to add one more T code. So if you make any changes to the existing role, I'm changing SM01. You can see log transactions. The authorizations. You have to regenerate the authorizations again. Click on authorizations, change, regenerate it. Save. Application window, a different application window. See, after making changes to the role, you must click on user comparison and complete comparison. Then only it will update in the user records. See, user master records for all roles are adjusted. See, if I create a VJ account in the SAP system, VJ record will be maintained in the master record. All the users records are maintained in the user master records, in the user table. So if I make any changes to the role, that will not affect in the user master record unless you click on user comparison and complete comparison. So it complete and it integrates these changes to in the user master record. So let me log off and re-log in so that I want to find one more T code. I should get another T code, access to another T code because I added it just now. You can see log transactions. I got it. So you want me to show it again? Not authorization. Don't talk about it. Each transaction code will have certain authorizations. So authorization means type of access. See, let me go to SU01. I'll show you one. So from I got access to SU01. It means I can create a user account. So it is one access. Creating a user account is an access. Deleting user account is another access. Changing the user properties is another access. Am I right? So these access together form one profile. So in the profile we define the access, the type of access. I'll show you one example. So Z user 3. So I'm going to create a user account Z user 3. So who is going to create the user account? Z user 1 is going to create a user account. So not Z user 3. Let me create a demo 1 user account. Create. So I'm going to create a user account. Here I have created the user account. Let me log into demo 1. So I have created a user account and the username is demo 1 and he don't have access to any T codes because I have created a user account, that's it. I didn't assign any authorizations to that user account. I didn't assign any profile or any roles to this account. Am I right? So, no, I gave it demo 1 instead of the user 2, okay? So, I want to change the user demo properties. So, click on change. So, go to profiles. Let me give the profile SAP user, SAP all. Do you see a message you are not authorized to assign profiles? Means for any user, I can't assign profiles in the user properties. It means I don't have access to assign the profiles to the users. Let me try. Yeah, Z user 1. Because I gave access to SU01 to Z user 1. So, from SU01, I got an access to create the user account. But I don't have access to add profiles to the user. And also, roles. I can't add roles to the user accounts. I can't add profiles to the user accounts, but I can create the user. Did you get the differences now? See, simple. I have created a role, and inside the role, I created a profile. And I gave this profile to use Z user 1 and Z user 2. There are two user accounts I created, and I gave access to these transaction codes with the default authorizations to those two user accounts. And I logged in with the user Z user 1. This Z user 1 has access to SU01. So he is trying to create a user account and he is successful in creating the user account. And okay, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, can you turn on your mute option, please? Mute button. Okay, thank you. Let me go through one. Yeah. The Z user 1 has access to SU01. So he has created a user account. And he has not assigned any profiles, any roles to the user account. So the new user account, demo 1, will not have access to any T codes because he is the user account is only created and the user account doesn't have any profiles or any roles assigned to it. So it means the demo 1 cannot access any transaction code after he logs into the SAP system. So now, from the G user account, Z user 1, I'm trying to add some profiles or roles so that user can access some T codes. So I don't have that authorization to assign profiles or roles to the user account. But I have authorizations to create the user account. But I don't have authorizations to set the profiles to the users. Did you get that? Did you get this point? Yes. Okay. No, you can get, you know. Okay, do you want to save the user demo? Okay. You can reset the password. You can lock and unlock the user account. Locked. You can copy, you can delete. Yeah, you can delete, but you can't assign the profiles and roles. Yeah. Yes, you can do that. By default, no, I didn't give full authorization. I give only a default authorization, pre-default authorization, minimum authorization. See, why do we log into FU01? To create a user account, to reset, to lock, and to copy the user properties and to delete. So these authorizations are minimum and will give the authorizations. But if you want to assign more security, if you want to set profiles to the user, that comes the second level of security. That second level of security is blocked. Yes. Go to basis administration, authorization profile. You can see the activity here, display, change document, and authorizations, go to authorizations. If you click on this activity, you can see here, display, change documents, display, change documents. You have to check these field values. System authorizations. All the options here it will be checked, you have to uncheck it. Yeah, by default I'll get this. Yes, yes. Yeah, here you have to very well. All the things are correct. Change. Yeah. And what do you tell? Now I will create generate it again. That's why you log in after a while session, you can log in and you can check what options are enabled and what options are not enabled and how to make those changes. For one, okay, go with user maintenance. Demo 1, can you reset it? Yeah. Did you see that? You are not authorized to change the password to this user. You know, you have to make changes to the field values. And it takes a lot of time. You can, in the meanwhile, you can see that, okay, let me make some other changes. Oh, I made some changes. I don't remember all those changes. Okay. I made changes to this. So I'm reverting back again. Okay. Now, okay, I don't have any options. Okay. Display is enabled. Change is not enabled. Yeah, I enable now change. I clicked on change. That's why it gave me you are not authorized. See. Okay. Again, I set to default settings again. I'm logging into again with the user account C user 1. See. Demo 1. I can reset. I can change. But I cannot assign profiles. So how do I check which authorization object that I am missing to do this? So it is the authorization checks. So I attempted to do something, but I'm unsuccessful because I don't have access to that to add the profiles. So you can see evaluate check SQ53. See, I attempted to do something and I failed to do that because I'm missing this authorization. S underscore user underscore pro. Did you get that? The activity number 22 authorization profile SAP underscore all. See, if any user attempting to do something and if he is failed to do that, so those failed authorization objects will be recorded in the SU53T port. Yes, security log. Security check. Security checks. We call it as security checks. So I'm missing a authorization, you can see here. User underscore pro, in the user underscore pro activity 22 is missing, and to add the SAP underscore all authorizations to the users. So I will come to know that which authorization is missing to the user. So let me go to PFCG, change role. I'm giving that access to that user. Go to authorizations, change authorization data. Now, there are two ways to give authorizations. You can directly go to manually, mention that authorization object. Which authorization object? This authorization object here. Directly you can mention. This is one way. And the other way is selection criteria. The second one is selection criteria. Okay, let me go with manual. Okay, manual is very straightforward. I'll show you selection criteria. Manual means directly mention that this object name. That's it. And in the selection criteria, you will get all the object class, and inside the object class you can select basis administration. In the basis administration, you will find that object. Which object? User underscore Pro. Did you check that? Yeah, I'm missing this object. User underscore pro. I'm missing that object. So right click. I should get right click button here. Insert, click on insert chosen. Again. Select this. Insert chosen. So here you can see you will get instead of standard you will get manually. Here you can see manually. So manually is this. You can see the activity. 22 activity. Did you check that? 22 activity. Enter. Yes, Bob. From SAP? Yes. So Oracle, we won't be, from Oracle, we won't do anything. Okay. See, I set these two. Okay. And double click on. You can see that there is full authorizations. Generate. So I give access to that profile, which profile S underscore user underscore pro. And in the activity, I enable 22. This is through selection criteria. Because, this is a weekend, you can practice this. It's compulsory. You have to click on user enable, user comparison and complete comparison. It's a must. Okay. Let me log off from the user. Okay, I'm logging into the user now. 000 Z user 1 influx. Now SU01 demo 1. Click on change profiles SAP underscore all. You can see that you are not authorized to assign profiles. Okay. SU53. You can see this time user underscore GRP is missing. In the GRP, 22 field is missing. Did you check that? Okay. It is user master maintenance user groups. Okay. Go to authorizations. Change authorization data. Administration. User master maintenance user groups. Hey, did you see that? User master maintenance user groups. Click on activity. Did you see that 22 is not set here? Click on 22. Generate it. Save this. Go back. Regenerate it. Go to user master records. Click user comparison. Complete comparison. So every time I am doing user comparison and complete comparison because to make the changes effective. So I'm logging off completely and I'll re-login it. Z_user1. So this time I should add the user profile. Demo1. Can you see that? I can add it now. Save. Or I can create a new user account. Use demo2, create, title Mr. Kumar, log on data, 123, 123, and directly I can go to the profile and I can give SAP all. I can create the user account with the profiles now because I got that authorization. So composite profile and other details I'll tell you in the next session, and I just want you to concentrate on T code TFCG. First step is creating role, single role, a standard role I mean to say. Next, creating profile, or you can see profile in the, you can create profile inside the role. Number 3, assign users to the role. So indirectly users will be part of the profile. This is from the TFCG today we discussed. And number 4th point, check the missing authorizations. So how do you check this? S253. Assign the missing authorizations to the users. Regenerate the profiles. Am I right? Compare users, complete comparison every time after the changes. So these are some of the points that you're supposed to make note of them. Did you get that nice? Elizabeth, I guess you're supposed to send me a text message. I sent you a T-code list of T-codes. You can add any T-codes. Not only this, you can add any T-codes, and if anything is missing, you can go to, from user, you can go to SQ53, and you can see the missing profiles, missing authorization objects. Now, I just want to check my newly created profile in the standard list. I'm going to SU 03 BC underscore A. So user pro, the profile exists in the user underscore pro. Okay, can you see T100? Did you see that? Did you see this? Two profiles are created. First one is our profile. T100 demo 00. First change 00, second change 01, third change 02. Those are changes. Every time you make changes, your version will be from 01 to it will keep on increasing. It indicates a change. Do you have any questions today? Do you understood this concept? You can practice this weekend. Yes. No. I'll ask them to call you right now. Okay, it won't take much time to set up your GUI client on your screen. So I don't want you to wait for 2 days. Like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, almost 2 days you'll get a time to practice this. So yeah, okay. I'll ask them to forward you the recording. I don't know why these guys are. Okay, I'll do that. I'll ask them to forward you the recordings. Yeah. I'm going to forward you that recording, Bob, because to play those recordings you need a software. I'll ask them to call you back. Tonight. I'll ask them to call you back tonight. Okay? You're welcome. Happy weekend. Bye. Yes? Hey, you are. Yeah.